So, Liverpool 3, Marseille 0. A pretty convincing win for the Reds, to be honest. Although, not sparkling, but definitely got the job done. I would say a professional performance all round. As I've said in previous videos, not having Konate in the team, God, we looked so much more solid. We didn't give away that, chance that we give away every single game that Konate seems to, gift them a goal every single game. Konate's obviously got a family issue that was alluded to by the manager at the minute. So Gomez played at centre-back and he played really well. As you would expect, he's been sitting in the wings for a while now. And obviously he's had his injury issues, but I've always felt like Gomez and Van Dijk were a good partnership. Gomez was excellent yesterday. Genuinely really, really good. Him and Van Dijk gave them absolutely nothing, apart from maybe 1 or 2 chances from corners and then maybe a few shots from the edge of the box. But in reality, Liverpool with a very professional, very mature performance in general, getting the job done. I thought Kerkez and Frimpong were really, really good yesterday. Frimpong always, I felt like, was a massive threat on that right-hand side. I thought Wirtz had a bit of a tough game because he was trying to operate in those central spaces where there were a lot of bodies. But overall, I think it was a good performance by Liverpool. Szoboszlai with a Coutinho-esque under-the-wall free kick, which was really good. But I really felt like this new system for Liverpool shone today in terms of the solidity and the rigidity of the team. I said it a while ago that when your team is shipping goals, you're conceding like 5, 6, 7, 8 big chances a game and conceding 2 or 3 goals a game. The first thing that you have to fix when you're in free fall is the defence. And I think the system change to this kind of boxy midfield situation that we've got going on has definitely worked. We really haven't gave them anything. That many chances. All of our goals conceded and our chances conceded have dropped off a cliff. Marseille had 1 or 2 chances and that was it. And we really didn't give them anything at all, really, until about the 80th minute where they started to have a really good go. And even then we didn't concede. They had a few decent chances in fairness, but I felt like we were definitely the better team. And we looked so much more rigid and solid than we had been during that period where we were just shipping goals for fun, really. Really, Liverpool, for a while now, we've been defensively looking really, really good, in my opinion. And the thing that's been holding us back was just getting that extra goal or 2 that would have turned all the draws we've had recently into a win. Because, like I said in previous videos, and like I've been saying to my dad every time we watched Liverpool, is that every single game I know Konate is going to give us a goal away, because that's just how he's been this season. And Slot refused to play Gomez, and obviously he had to play Gomez yesterday because Konate had a family illness or a family issue. And every single game I know that we start the game 1-0 down, basically, because I know Konate is going to give a goal away every single game for making a mistake, lunging into midfield, not heading a ball away, just basically giving them the ball for free, not blocking across, not covering a channel, etc, etc. So the issue but apart from that mistake that we usually have, Liverpool concede very few goals, if any goals at all, over the past few months. We've conceded very, very few goals in reality, apart from situations where Konate makes a horrible mistake, or they score from like a corner or something, where really Konate probably should be in there heading it away as well. I know it sounds like I'm singling out Konate a lot, but this is not through just like a distaste for the person personally. It's just the fact that every single game this season, without fail, I have seen Konate give away a chance that's led to a goal, make a mistake that's led to a goal, or in general, just been performing very, very poorly and giving away goals every single game. And you just cannot do that in the Premier League or at the top level, because you will get punished. And even Burnley scored a goal against us because Konate didn't just shuffle across and cover the space that the attacker was running into. But anyway, my point was, Liverpool have been looking so much more defensively solid. All of our goals conceded and our chances conceded have been falling off a cliff. And then it's just about, can you get the fluidity going the other way as well? Once you've established that defensive shape that works, we look lots more solid. It's about going the other way. And even yesterday, Liverpool still didn't look at their fluid best going forward. We still didn't look like every single counter-attack. We had 4 or 5 good chances of breaking on the opponent and we didn't score from any of them, apart from the very last kick of the game where Gakpo scored. And that was only because they were so stretched from basically trying to score a goal. Liverpool still don't look their fluid best going forward. And I think now that after about 6 months, it's been about 6 months now, 7 months since we've had all of our new players come into the team. Kirkes, Frimpong, both starting to settle in really well now, looking like they're putting in good shifts every single game, really starting to look very good, very settled. I think Wirtz and Ekitike have obviously, Ekitike settled very quickly and looked good from the start. Wirtz took a little bit longer in terms of adjusting, but I think he's starting to come into his own as well. And I think all of these players are going to contribute to the attack. Kirkes and Frimpong, especially Frimpong, absolutely amazing the way he takes his man on and crosses the ball in every time. Got his own goal as a reward yesterday. But I mean, you see it every time Frimpong takes his man on, beats him, crosses the ball. It's fantastic to watch because they know what he's going to do and they can't stop him, which is fantastic. Kirkes has definitely got some good overlaps on him and some good crosses as well. I think they're both going to grow into it more and more as the season goes on. I think Wirtz and Ekitike, as we potentially get into the later stages of competitions, the Cup and also the Champions League, I think they're going to start to come into their own even more. Particularly Wirtz, I think, has got lots more to give. It's just a case of finding him in the best areas, basically. And that comes from cohesion from the whole team. But obviously, with all the changes that we've made to the squad, it was always going to take a while for things to gel going forward. We've fixed the defensive issues, I think. For the most part, I think we look much more solid than we have been. The structure of the whole team looks a lot more solid now. But now it's a case of, can we score goals going the other way? And as I said, some of these games where, we've been drawing, in reality, the players, there's been a few chances in there that we probably should have been scoring. And for whatever reason, they haven't put the ball in the back of the net. But I really do feel like Liverpool have turned a corner recently in the past month or two in terms of the defensive aspect of their game. And now the problem is, going the other way, can we put the ball in the back of the net a few more times every game? So if we do that, then we're going to be rocking teams and we might start blowing teams away in some areas, because we created a lot of chances in general over the past few games and we've only scored 1 or 2 goals in some of them. Yesterday we scored 3 goals, which was fantastic. Obviously one of them was an own goal and one of them was from a free kick though. We only scored 1 goal from open play and that was in the 94th minute. And against Burnley we really struggled to score as well. So in reality, we're in a situation where Liverpool are now defensively looking a lot more solid, a lot more rigid, and it really looks like we're not conceding chances at all, really. Really, our XG against has just fallen off a cliff completely. But the issue now is the fluidity going forward. I think on the counter-attacks, we're still making the wrong choices most of the time. They're like 5-on-3 counter-attacks against Marseille yesterday, and every single time we seem to give the ball to them somehow, not just to a player where we just slip them in and score like you probably should expect from Liverpool. Last season, we'd counter-attack for fun, and every single time you'd expect us to score, even if it was just 2-on-1 or 1-on-2, like Diaz scored a few goals last season, where basically he would just run in on the defence and score somehow. There's definitely some issues at Liverpool in terms of the fluidity going forward. I think we could do with another winger. I think we could do with another winger, on another left winger, so that Gakpo doesn't have to play every game, because Gakpo has not been very effective this season in general. He's obviously a bit of a frustrating watch. He always seems to come inside and shoot into the bodies. In general, Gakpo, I think he's better as a super sub. He was better last season as a super sub, and then when he came in for a little period for Diaz, he was better as a super sub then as well. I don't think playing every single game and starting every single game suits him. He looked way more impactful coming off the bench yesterday. And I think we could probably do with another left winger. There's been a lot of talk of Diamande from Leipzig, who looks like a proper player. 19 years old? 20 years old. I think in general, Liverpool need a few more acquisitions going forward, if I had to guess. Because Salah's obviously not going to last forever. He's probably going to stay at least this season, maybe next season. Then we're going to need another winger on the right-hand side as well. Obviously, Isak's going to come back from injury for next season. But in general, Liverpool, I think, lacking forwards. We are lacking forwards. We never replaced Jota, and we certainly never replaced Diaz in terms of like-for-like replacements. Chiesa's obviously not up to scratch. Obviously, he's definitely a cult hero and he does work his socks off, but for whatever reason, it's not working out for him at Liverpool. So really, that leaves you with Salah and Ekitike at the minute. Wirtz, you could count potentially as a forward, but really he's more of a midfielder, number 10. I think Liverpool need at least another winger, to be honest, because We need someone on that left-hand side, I think, who can take their man on and beat a man and get the ball in the box in a similar way to Frimpong does on the right-hand side. But overall, a very positive result for Liverpool. And I think something definitely that could be built on. A win in the league on Saturday would be fantastic, but it's a 12:30 kickoff, and you know how I feel about those. I think we all feel the same about those. They just don't seem to work out for Liverpool most of the time. But anyway, I appreciate you watching. Like and subscribe, leave a comment down below, let me know your thoughts. Do you think Liverpool are back? Do you think Liverpool are still struggling? Do you think we're kind of half and half? That's probably what I think, to be honest. And I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.